the mechanism of this unit. Alright guys, right now I'm just gonna give you guys a good look at the unit. This is where the water is stored. This is where the water tank is. These sensors right here, I'm gonna guess they're sensors to sense how hot the water is and when to shut off the unit if the unit gets too hot. This unit here is the unit, where the power socket goes to and where the pump tube goes to. Again, I've said that this this little socket right here is not the most stable, but to be honest, I don't actually have the tube here to show you guys, but this the tube is a clip onto this socket. This is the one I'm talking about. And if you're not careful, or if it takes a little bit of nudging to actually nudge that socket, nudge the tube clip off the socket, and you're gonna have a huge water mess. You're gonna have a huge water mess. So I just want to go through the rest of the unit with you. You're probably wondering why there's tape on some of these wires. It's because I had to take out the little water spinner. The water spinner that, if you guys watch some videos on YouTube, is a lot of people think it's the culprit for why it has issues firing up, because apparently the spinner gets stuck, and the sensor is not sensing that there's water going through the spinner, and it shuts itself off immediately at start. But I'm gonna go into detail about that. I did take the unit apart and tried blasting air through it, and to be honest with you, I don't think that's the issue. I don't think that's the issue for why the unit doesn't start, because it wasn't stuck. But I'm gonna take that apart for you guys. This is where the propane canister screws onto, and the tubing for the propane line. Just want to give you guys a closer look at that. On top of that is the knob where you turn to fire it up and to select how hot you want the water to be. As far as the LED lights are concerned, there's nothing that keeps it. There's nothing that stabilizes the lights. So if you ever take it off, it's sometimes a hassle to keep the light set where it is while you're putting the cover on. And I don't know why they didn't make the little spaces tighter, so that you could just, tighten it into the space and not have to fidget around with the light slipping out of the space and stuff like that. It wasn't the biggest of issues, but it was something that I thought that was frustrating at times, taking this unit apart and putting it back together. This is the chipboard right here, where the fuse is. I'm gonna take that off you guys and give you guys a little view of it, and I'm gonna show you guys how to take the fuse off and change it. All right, guys. At this point, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about this little spinner mechanism. Here's the thing. I know you guys if you guys are looking at this, you guys are probably trying to solve that issue. Probably seen the video of the guy having his unit on his kitchen counter and telling you guys that this is the culprit of why this unit won't heat up when you try to ignite it. Here's the thing about it. I believe he said that, you unscrew this part, unscrew the bottom part, take it off, let me tell you, this part right here, this upper part is very, very easy to unscrew. That's not a problem. This bottom part, I wouldn't suggest you guys do it. You guys could easily blow. I'm going to unscrew this for you. You guys could easily blow air into this, if you guys want to try it to solve that issue, you guys could easily blow air into this hole right here without taking this off, and it will spin the spinner for you. You guys do not have to take this portion off, this little nut off, because it is hell trying to take it off, and you guys are gonna end up breaking it like I did. I took it off once. I put it on once without any issues. Started up and it worked a couple of times. I had the same issue start happening where it won't fire up. Took it off again, and when I put it back on, try to put it back on, what happened was I stripped the lining of the plastic threads here, and there's no way to repair that. You know what? There might be a way to repair that, but I'm not, I'm not really, yeah, I'm sure there's ways to repair it, but me personally, I haven't looked into it. I'm sure you could rethread this somehow, but I haven't done it. And when I turn this, when I try to put this in, it always comes out kind of lopsided because the threads are kind of damaged. So if you guys want to do, if you guys saw that video and you guys want to blow air into it, you don't have to take this other part out. All you got to do is unscrew this, and it's very easy to unscrew, and just blow air into this hole. And I mean, if it fixes the problem, it fixes the problem. If it doesn't, it doesn't. For me, it didn't work. And I blew a lot of air with an air canister that I bought from Walmart, and it didn't work. So, all right, just want to talk about this line right here. This line right here goes to the pump. This is where the pump line. This is the intake line for the pump, and the water goes up here into this little spinner, and from there the little spinner sensor reads it, and it's either water flowing through it or not. And from there, as you can see, it goes to inside this water tank. This water tank heats it up. After it heats it up, it goes through the whole entire water tank, and then it goes through the tube right here, and then it goes right to the and then it goes right to the sprout up here. So again, I just want to show you guys how this works. This is the intake for the water of the unit. This is where the power jack goes to, but this is the intake for the unit. The water goes in here, around here, into the spinner. The spinner reads it as either water going through the unit or not, and then from there it goes into the tank. From the tank, the water goes to the sprout there. All right, I wish I could tell you guys more about the water tank. You know, when it fires up, water gets as high as 190 degrees, which is pretty close to boiling. And what you guys can do, you guys can, once you guys get it up there, what you guys can do is you guys can just hold it down, and the water will just keep on getting hotter and hotter to boiling. I probably done that just once, and you know, and if you guys need water that hot, you guys can do it. That's one of the features that I really liked about this unit, is that you could actually make coffee, soups, or whatever with the amount of, with the temperature of the water that's coming out if you wanted to. I have the H2O Aces, and that unit only goes up to about 125 degrees as far as hot water is concerned. It's good. It's a reliable unit. It's more reliable than this, but I wish, well, there's good and bads with that. The bad with this is, if there's an issue with this, and I've had two of these units, one of the main problems with this is that the water temperature will climb to the highest temperature possible, is 190 degrees, and for whatever reason, whatever you do as far as turning the knob to the coolest setting, it won't lower the temperature, and that's one of the defects of this unit. I don't know if it's the board that's making it that way, that's causing it to do that, but I've had occasions where I had to turn the unit off because it won't lower the water temperature. So that is one of the major issues that I had with this unit, that when it does go bad, one of the ways you know it has gone bad is if you turn this unit on and have the water temperature to medium. It will climb to, within like a couple of minutes, it will climb to the highest water temperature, 190 degrees, and regardless of where you try to reset as far as turning the temperature down as far as the water is concerned, it will not cool down the water. It will not turn the setting. Yeah, it will not lower the water temperature, is what I'm saying. And that's one of the major defects of this unit, and you will get burned by it. It's very, very hot water. Alright guys, so as far as the wiring is concerned, I'm just going to go through a little bit of the wiring. I'm not an electrician, so I'm just going to describe to you the wiring on this unit, the electronics on this unit. Obviously you have the socket for the 110 jack. I guess it's a jack. The power socket here. I'm gonna assume that these wires are for sensors on this unit. The little water sensor, water flow sensor itself has wiring that goes to it. And this little unit here, I reads DHSK3 impulse voting use voltage 5 VDC. I don't know what that's for. And I believe there's some more water temperature sensors here, LED lights, and all of these circuits, all of these lines go to the